Hello, everyone, and welcome to OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, I'm very happy to bring our guest on board today. His name is Esteban Rodriguez. He is the newly appointed Director of Ventura County Animal Services here in Ventura County. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to the show. And of course, congratulations on your position.
Thank you so much.
Very good. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to Ventura County to take on the position of Ventura County Animal Services.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Esteban Rodriguez. I am the director for Ventura County Animal Services, and I am a proud husband of 16 years. I've known my wife since we were 13. It's been a great experience, a great journey. I am also a proud father of an 18-year-old who graduates this year, and they are currently still in Seattle. That has been a little bit challenging for me as a loving husband and a parent.
Right.
So that is a challenge. What had brought me to Ventura County is I was executive director in Seattle, and there was an opportunity that came up here in Ventura. And
Good.
when I read the job description and when I read and did some research behind what the demographic looked like here, what the organization was already doing in a progressive posture to forward-thinking animal sheltering, I felt it as the right fit for me. So I threw my hat in the ring, and luckily I did well in the interview and ended up as the director of Ventura County Animal Services. My journey has been long. I started in 1999 as a kennel technician, and I've held every role that can be held with the exception of veterinary medicine. And it has really given me a really good perspective and well-roundedness to how to lead a team, how to be a progressive animal shelter and meet people where they are. So it's been a great journey for me.
You've come up the ranks, so to speak. You know all the positions that are involved in animal services, which helps a
Yes.
lot. Yeah. Very good. So I'd like you to kind of go into some of the priorities you have as director, what you're going to focus on, some of the changes, maybe dealing with certain issues such as overcapacity, which can affect animal shelters. We'd like to hear from you about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what I've been talking about and discussing with our elected officials, with the cities that we represent, with my staff, the volunteers, are some priorities that are very important to me. And one of those priorities is spay and neutering, right? I believe spay and neutering is how we start to gain some progress in the overpopulation of shelter, which directly impacts the shelter by being over capacity. And those things lead to other. So as we engage and I became the new director, there's a couple of things, right? So spay and neutering, we're going to be getting a new spay and neuter trailer
Right.
that we're going to be utilizing out in the public. The other thing that's really important to me is language access, making sure that we're communicating with the community in a respectful manner in their language, and we understand exactly what the challenges are and how do we become an organization that is community centered and how do we engage with community. The next is really expanding some of the programs that we currently have. One is behavior support for the animals that we have here in the shelter. The other is expanding our foster program to create a program that is going to make it feasible and sustainable of bringing animals into the shelter and moving them through our system and unclogging all the bottlenecks that can arise when you're a shelter that's working at overcapacity. And I think the fourth is really just paying attention to the team that does the work. That includes our staff, our volunteers, and making sure that every organization, whether it's a rescue organization or the TNR trappers that we have out there, that we're well engaged, that we're communicating well, and most importantly, that we're building a culture based on respect and honesty. And building that relationship so that we can have the difficult conversations that need to be had and we can still be a team.
All very important. As you mentioned, the spay and neuter program is essential because so many animals come in because of that reason, which is, such a big concern for you. So as you're mentioning, that program is important. Are there other programs that would be available to the public that would be like for spay and neuter, low cost, no cost. Some people may not be able to afford a spay and neuter going to a veterinarian. So do you offer those programs?
So currently we offer up to 30 surgeries a week
Okay,
for TNR, right? Our team puts those on. Those are free of charge
good.
for the TNR process.
Okay,
We are going to focus in with the spay and neuter trailer on making sure that we're in communities that don't have those services,
okay,
that need the access to veterinary care, and provide it at a low cost or free,
good.
right? That is the goal.
Very
We
good.
are going to tackle the communities that maybe have been left out of
Okay,
having those resources available.
right.
Luckily, we have a really good program. It's called the Pets for Life program that
Good.
Ventura County runs out of our agency. And we have built a lot of respect, trust in the community. So that's
Very
one of
good.
the areas that we're going to look at to see how it implements, see how we can implement our spay and neuter track and make sure that we're sustainable and successful in that role.
Good. Let's talk about how the community can make a difference for you. Um, helping many animals and making sure that the overpopulation at the shelters comes down. So can you share any type of information, as you mentioned, on the foster programs and maybe volunteers that can take part?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the community is the resource,
Okay.
right? I've always, when I talk about being a community-centered organization, what I'm also talking about is the community being part of the solution.
Okay.
And that is why we have to go out and actively engage the community. That is why we're focusing in on language access. But the opportunities the community have to engage with us, first of all, is putting a tag on your pet.
Oh, good.
A
Right.
tag on your pet on your collar, not necessarily have to get so sophisticated where you need a microchip. That's great if you
It
can, but
is.
having a simple collar and tag on your pet
Right.
would make it easy for us to make sure we get it back to the owner.
Very
Make
good.
sure that it doesn't come to the shelter and take up space here in the shelter when we're
Right.
trying to manage a high volume of animals that come in. The
Okay.
other area that the community can help us is get your license. Make sure that your pets are licensed if you live in the county.
Sure.
Be engaged and informed on the information that is required to have a pet in Ventura County or any one of the cities that we operate in.
Okay.
The other is be a part of our organization through volunteering and fostering. That is an easy way to give back to the organization and an easy way to help animals have a good time here at the shelter, but also the opportunity to go into a home and see the personality of that particular animal. It helps us get additional information so that we can hopefully adopt it out and have a live outcome.
All good to hear. How about any fundraising efforts and maybe things that can help the shelter? Do you have anything like that? Any special events?
There's a calendar on our website that kind of tells people if we're having an adoption event, if we're having a vaccine clinic of some sort. So there's information out there. When it comes to donations,
Okay.
monetary donations are always welcomed. They
Very
can
needed. Yes.
Yeah, they're
Very needed.
needed, they're welcomed. We have a foundation, um, Animal Services Foundation of Ventura County, that is a direct partner with us
Good.
in raising funds. So they can donate directly to them or they can donate to the shelter and those funds get to our foundation.
Good.
That is how we were able to pay for the spay and neuter trailer. And
Oh,
that is
yes.
how we were able to pay for 3 years of funding to support that spay and neuter trailer. So that is huge. Our
Very
foundation,
important. Very
yeah,
important.
our foundation is extremely impactful to this
Okay.
organization.
In closing, I'd like to just get a quick idea from you of what's your priority right now that you want to tackle as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, I have multiple priorities, but I
Okay.
think the major priority is reducing the amount of animals that are in our shelter.
Yes.
And that we can do it a variety of different ways. One is adoption. The other
Okay.
one is moving animals into foster or rescue. And the third is really being a resource for people that either can no longer hold on to a pet or are having difficulties keeping their pet, being a resource to help guide them how they can self-home, rehome their pet, make sure that they're advocating for their pet. So I think those are top priorities.
Absolutely.
Making sure that the community understands that we are here as a resource to help them navigate how they can rehome their pet without it coming to the shelter, because we are being inundated with animals coming in on a daily basis, and we need our community members to utilize the system and all the information that we have in our website so that they can rehome their pets on their own if they're moving, so that they can take their pets with them, or anything like that. So we're here as a
Which I'd
resource.
like you now to mention the website so people can get more information and go to the shelter and get a new adopted pet. That's the whole idea.
Absolutely. So it is Ventura County Animal Services. If you type that in your browser, it'll pop up and you can go to our website directly. And
Good.
that'll take you to all the information you need to look up for Ventura County. That'll take you to the page for adoption, licensing, being a volunteer or a foster. And it'll show you all the animals that we have available.
Great. All good to hear. Thank you so very much, Esteban Rodriguez, our new Ventura County Animal Services Director. We welcome you to your position. And I'm so happy you joined us today to share more about all that you and your team are doing for so many residents, and of course, all the animals that need the help too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me as well. And it was a pleasure.
Very good. And thank you for joining us today on Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. I look forward to seeing you next time, everyone. Bye.